Australia. Ring a bell? Well, it's our country, and this is the flag that represents us. This blue flag containing the Union Jack, the Southern Cross, and the Commonwealth Star represents Australia and its states and territories. So how do we run such a big country? With politics? Yeah, I've heard it before. Boring. But I'm going to hit you with a little bit of knowledge in the best way possible, so strap yourself in. Our good friend Australia here is democratic. Yes, we all get a say in what happens to the future of our country. However, the world doesn't revolve around us, as other countries have different ways of running things. In this video, I'll be comparing Australia and its key political features against the infamous North Korea. Firstly, Australia is split into 6 states and 2 territories, one of which is the Australian Capital Territory, which holds Australia's capital, Canberra. Canberra is also the home to our legislature, the Parliament. Australia is also a constitutional monarchy, meaning that although having a monarch, the Queen, we also have a democratic system that uses preferential voting. However, much with all voting systems, there are limits. To have a say in our country, you must be between the ages of 18 and 70. Our voting system is heavily based on opinions, meaning influencers have the biggest effect on our society. The media, political campaigns, and expressive people often have the biggest effect on the election results. Leaders are chosen preferentially, so in a competitive mindset, everyone's opinion is key. In Australia, there is a separation of power. Our government is split into 3 branches. We have our legislative branch, the lawmakers, the executive branch, the law enforcers, and the judicial branch, the deciders. They are all separate and have powers in different areas. Although a loose rule, Australia does not have explicit freedom of speech. However, media has been known to influence election results, occasionally being slightly biased. You can in fact register a political party for yourself if you're over the age of 18 and have at least 500 supporters. You can also run for office as long as you're of age and have no extensive criminal history. Australia is also a major supporter in foreign aid. 0.22% of our national income, or just over $2.5 billion, is consistently spent on foreign aid. Australia also does participate in peacekeeping in the field with the United Nations, as Australia is a founding member of the UN and supports the UN regularly. Moving on to North Korea and its similarities and differences, this is the flag that represents them. This country is separated into 3 hierarchy levels, the highest level being the 9 provinces, 2 directly governed cities, and 3 special administrative divisions. The second level is cities, county wards, and districts. The third level is towns, neighborhoods, villages, and workers. The socialist country is a dictatorship, although having many communist ideologies. The capital of North Korea is Pyongyang, and the constitution is titled the Socialist Constitution of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. You may notice that it doesn't specifically say North Korea in the title, as both North Korea and South Korea don't believe that the other is a country, respectively. North Korea is a hereditary dictatorship, meaning that it's a dictatorship that's ran like an absolute monarchy. The supreme leader of the country is the descent of all leaders that have come before, and goes by the name of Kim Jong-un. Similar to Australia, North Korea is split into 3 branches of power: legislative, administrative, and judicial. The North Korean judicial system is known for their secretive trials and disregard for human life. The executive branch is controlled by Kim Jong-un, and the legislative branch is the Supreme People's Assembly. The SPA is essentially the check and balance of the others, meaning that they are all dependent on each other. Speech-wise, all media is controlled by the government, although the constitution does provide freedom of the press. However, there have been minor reports of opposition to the government, but nothing serious enough to affect the system. The country is not a democracy, and therefore has no voting system. North Korea has had the title of being a rogue state, and being rather hostile. However, they have received and given support to some of their former allies, namely the Soviet Union. Both North and South Korea have had peacekeepers in the UN since 1991, having helped countries such as South Sudan by installing LED lights. This means they also have a representative in the UN by the name of Pak Kil-yon. This presentation has shown the similarities between the 2 countries, however sparse they may be. Thanks for watching.